Welcome to the Mindful Monthly Astrology podcast for July 2026. If you are new here, I'm so glad you found your way. And if you're a regular, welcome back. It is always a pleasure to have you along. Let's begin, as we always do, by taking a moment to arrive. Wherever you are right now, whether you're at the beach, out walking, pottering in the garden, or sitting quietly at home, just take one slow breath in and let it out. Come back to yourself and come back to now. July is the time to relax, within and without. The astrology this month is offering us something genuinely rare and precious, an invitation to slow down, not as a luxury, but as a practice, not as an escape, but as a return to ourselves, to our breath, and to the deep calm that is always there, waiting beneath the noise of everyday life. Let's take it step by step, and I'll go through the month with different dates and chapters. So firstly, July 1 to 9, a call to rest. The month begins with a clear and gentle signal: relax. This is a perfect week to enjoy friends and family, to linger over meals, to take the long route, to let the day unfold at its own pace. Mercury has just moved retrograde in water sign Cancer, and this is significant. Mercury is our mindset planet. It governs how we think, communicate, and process the world around us, whether we see the cup as half empty or half full. When Mercury is retrograde, it slows the forward march of everyday life and invites us instead to turn inward, to reflect more, and to have more time for relaxation. Mercury retrograde beckons us to create serene moments in our days. As Mercury is retracing its steps through the emotive sign of Cancer, there will be opportunities to reconnect with friends and loved ones we may not have seen for a while. The sign of Cancer is also linked to home comforts, so we might find ourselves recalling our favorite childhood meals and recreating them, or curling up with a favorite book that we've read before. There is little point, of course, in taking the day off to relax or going on holiday, only to find that our mind is still racing, still full of anxieties or to-do lists. Mercury retrograde in Cancer is proffering something more to us than a change of scenery. If we have been considering beginning a morning mindful practice, something simple, something consistent, that allows us to connect to the deep calm within through our breath, July is an excellent month for this. Mercury will be retrograde all the way from the beginning of the month until the 23rd. So that's a full 23 days. Is it possible to create a healthy new habit in 23 days? Yes, it is. The retrograde cycle also invites those of us who may have fallen out of the habit of morning centering to return to this helpful practice. There are also fiery energies around this month, as jovial Jupiter has just left watery Cancer and is turning up the heat in Leo. Jupiter enters Leo as June unwinds and July gets underway, joining Venus in the sign of the Lion. Venus in Leo often shows up as a magnetic presence who enjoys dancing with others on the social scene. Jupiter in Leo ignites our hope for joyful recognition, heart to heart. With Jupiter in Leo for the next year, will we be able to connect with our tribe and truly rejoice in togetherness? Or do we need first to find some quiet time and reconnect with our own inner heart, which may be calling for a reset at this time? It seems that we all need to search for some kind of balance now. On the 6th of the month, Neptune turns retrograde, adding yet another invitation to slow down, recalibrate, and listen more deeply to what is stirring within. The second part of July, 10 to 14, grounding energy and a new moon. On the 10th, Venus moves into Virgo, and the energy begins to shift in a tangible way. Where the early weeks of July carried a sizzling blend of fire and water, Venus in Virgo translates that into something more earthy and grounding, especially in the area of personal relationships. There is a quenching quality to this frequency, a settling. The new moon arrives on the 14th at 21 degrees of Cancer, and it calls for quiet reflection and a serious, purposeful attitude as we take stock and begin again. This is a wonderful new moon for practical, caring gestures. Clearing out emotional paraphernalia. What about those old photographs gathering dust or taking up your cloud storage? All those things we've been meaning to sort through. Also nourishing the body with healthy vegetable-based meals. Small acts of care consciously offered to yourself. The sign of Cancer rules both the stomach and the emotions. The sign of Virgo rules the intestines, as well as the ability to translate chaos into order. As above, so below. As without, so within. Third part of the month, July 15 to 22nd, a rare convergence. Now we enter one of the most extraordinary stretches of the month. A series of rare outer planet aspects begin to unfold, creating a steady background hum of increasing spiritual energy and optimism. If you have any angles or planets around 4 degrees of Aries, Gemini, Leo, or Aquarius, you will feel this flow the strongest. This is also true if you were born around the 23rd to the 25th of March, the 24th to the 26th of May, the 25th to the 27th of July, or the 23rd to the 25th of January. On July 15th, Uranus will sextile Neptune. On the 19th, Uranus trines Pluto, and on the 22nd, Neptune sextiles Pluto. Some of these aspects are genuinely rare, occurring only once in a generation or less. They speak of a deep, slow swirling at the spiritual and collective level, tectonic shifts in consciousness that may not announce themselves suddenly, but are slowly building and are felt. And in between all of this, on July 20th, we experience the potent aspect of Jupiter opposing Pluto at 4 degrees of Leo and Aquarius. This can act as a powerful catalyst for many. Something that has been stagnant in your life may suddenly find its moment to shift. Pay attention to what surfaces around the 20th. It may be asking for your conscious participation. July 23rd, the Sun enters Leo and Mercury moves direct. On the 23rd, 2 significant things happen at once. The Sun moves out of Cancer and into radiant Leo, and Mercury moves direct. Many happy returns, dear Leo friends. With Mercury gathering speed after its long retrograde pause, You may begin to observe something rather interesting in your personal relationships. How words are used as instruments of control, not necessarily by others, but by yourself. With Mercury in Cancer, still close to home, this is a moment to observe with gentle honesty how you might unconsciously try to influence or constrain those you love through what you say and how you say it. Give others the freedom to be themselves and to make their own choices. Then, as the Sun builds toward an opposition with Pluto on the 26th and the 27th, once again be alert to power dynamics in your close relationships. This is not a time to push someone's buttons or to try to dominate. It's a time to stand in your own truth while leaving space for others to stand in theirs. Finally, July 28th and 29th, the nodal axis shifts and a full moon in Aquarius. On the 28th, the moon's nodal axis moves out of Pisces and Virgo and into Aquarius and Leo. The north node will remain in Aquarius and the south node in Leo until March of 2028. This is a significant collective shift, one that will reshape the themes of eclipse season for the next 18 months. We can begin to prepare now by turning our attention to our natal chart houses that carry Leo and Aquarius on their cusps. Take a look. What are these houses asking of you? What might need clearing, releasing, or conscious activation now? And then on the 29th, we close the month with a full moon at 6 degrees of Aquarius. Full moons are always moments of culmination, of things coming to the light, to fruition, to completion. This full moon, with Pluto close to the moon, and both the Sun and Jupiter looking on, calls us to hold a delicate balance. Our own need for sovereignty and self-expression alongside our responsibility to the tribe, the community, the collective, the world beyond our private lives. Hopefully, with care and consciousness, we can make room for both. So, as I reflect on July 2026, the astrology seems to suggest a month of deep rest and inner recalibration. Also, rare cosmic alignments that are humming beneath the surface, and a full moon that asks us to hold both our individual light and our collective belonging. I'd like to leave you with a couple of verses from one of the oldest spiritual texts in the world, one of the Upanishads, the one who possesses pure white horses, written approximately between 400 and 200 BCE in a translation by Eknath Easwaran. The Lord dwells in the womb of the cosmos, the Creator who is in all creatures. He is that which is born and to be born. His face is everywhere. Let us adore the Lord of life, who is present in fire and water, plants and trees. Let us adore the Lord of life. May you move through July with serenity in your heart and mind. If this space of mindfulness resonates with you, I'd love for you to join our community for these monthly deep dives. Until next time.